Thank you so much to Card Market for sponsoring today's video.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Filipa and today I'm going to be playing Standard Best of 1 with the Mirror. And I know that some of you asked me if I was going to be playing Pioneer Masters. I had the early access, but I actually didn't have time to play in it. Also, I'm kind of moving away from Pioneer for a while. I just casted an event of Pioneer last month and now we are not going to really have a lot of action in Pioneer, at least in the competitive scene, for a little bit in Paper Magic. So I'm focusing more on other formats like Standard, Modern, and Draft, so I apologize, but if you really want to see some Pioneer content or Explorer, let me know and I might try to do a deck or two there, but for now I'm really trying to focus here on Standard. I feel like Standard is quite fun and this might be the best deck in the format right now. It won a showcase challenge on MTGO, which is a huge tournament, and I feel like this might be a menace. The idea is that you draw a bunch of cards with Enduring Curiosity, you have a bunch of cheap removal spell, you tap your opponent's creatures, and the idea is just you have to deal damage, so you have to connect your creatures to get advantage. So let's take a look. How are we going to do that? First of all, for Spyglass Sirens, it's just 4 mana. Just 1 mana, we have 4, and whenever it enters the battlefield you create a map token, and it's for 1 mana, a 1/1 flyer, so that works really well in the idea that you want to connect your creatures to deal damage to your opponent. We are playing 2 Phantom Interference. Usually the 3 mana 1, 3 steps ahead is way better, but in this deck you really want to play 1, 2 drops, 3 drops, you want to curve out, and a 3 mana counter is too much. So I feel like the Phantom Interference is actually a very good choice here. We have 3 cut downs, 4 Faerie Mastermind, again, works great with the idea that you want to start connecting, dealing damage to your opponent. If they start drawing extra cards as well, you get some cards as well, so it works really well in this deck. We have 4 Floodpits Drowner, which actually works amazing against aggro decks. So for 2 mana, it's a 2/1 Flash Vigilance. The Vigilance is the thing that surprised me the most, that makes this card really good against mono red. And whenever it enters, you're going to tap a creature an opponent controls and you put a stun counter on it, so it's not going to immediately untap on their upkeep, only after another one. And for 2 mana you can tap these, shuffle it, and target creature with a stun counter into the owner's library, so it can also act as removal, which works pretty well against any creature. So then we have 2 of these Saiba Cryptomancer, which is a 2 mana 0/1 Flash, backup 1, and Hexproof. You're going to notice that a lot of our creatures have Flash, so you really have a lot of options with this deck. So maybe it's not the easiest deck to play, because you're going to have a lot of different things that you can play, like a turn, for example. If you leave mana up, you can have either a removal spell if they play a creature, you can have the Saiba Cryptomancer if they try to remove a creature of yours, or you have Faerie Mastermind just if they don't do anything, or if they try to draw a card. So it is very flexible. And this card has backup 1, so you're going to give +1/+1 to a creature, and that creature also gets X-proof until the end of the turn, and this creature also has X-proof, which is really nice. We have 2 Anointed with Afflictions, we have 2 Go for Throat, 2 Sheoldred's Edict, so as I said, a bunch of removal. 2 Tishana's Tidebinder. Tishana's Tidebinder is again a flash creature, so that works really well in this deck. And then you can counter a trigger ability, so that can be really good against a lot of decks. For example, the Boros one with the auras, there's a lot of things that you can actually counter. You can counter the ability of Leyline Binding, so when the Leyline Binding enters, you can counter that. We have 3 Enduring Curiosities, so that works really well because that's the way that we're going to get the card advantage. We're going to connect with our creatures, and whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. 1 Ertai Resurrected, that acts as a removal or a counter, so again, the flexibility of this deck, and it has flash. And last but not least, we have our Kaito. So Kaito I would put as a 3 mana, because usually you're going to use the ninjutsu ability. So during your turn, as long as Kaito has 1 or more loyalty counters on him, is a 3/4 ninja creature and as X-proof. You can +1, you get an emblem with legions you control, get +1/+1, so your Kaito is going to get a +1/+1. 0, Surveil 2, then draw a card for each opponent who lost life this turn, and again, connecting with your creatures being important once again. And -2, you tap target creature and you put 2 stun counters on it. So very good stuff, a lot of ways to draw cards. We also are playing with Restless Reef as an additional way to make a creature, and Soulstone Sanctuary, which is a new card from Foundations. So I'm excited to see if this deck is or not worth the hype. Let me know in the comments if you know or if you have been playing with it. What are your thoughts on it? But without further ado, let's play some games. Okay, we go first, so I keep it. Hello! It's definitely a rough one. Okay, at least they played something that's good, because I need to start countering stuff. Okay, lands are not going to help me against. I need removal. They still have 4 cards. I have to counter one of the prowess abilities. Okay, they have 2 cards left. Hopefully there are 2 lands. I doubt it. Not exactly what I want, but I guess that's what we get. If they don't play anything, I'll activate the Soul Sanctuary. I think that was good for me. Okay, we have to deal some damage, otherwise when they start getting spells, things are not going to look good for me. That's a trade. Do I die? Oh no, it's not a trade, so I have to do this. Still a lot of damage though. Okay, that's a good one. I need them to get lands, which is never where you want to be. That's good. Can I activate Restless Reef and use it? Yeah, I can. That's great. Okay. So this has Vigilance. Okay, I took some good cards out of there. I mean, I took a card that would kill me. Just like that. Okay. Yeah, I have to be aggressive. Ooh, that's a rough one. Okay, that's another good one. Okay, took 2 that would kill me, or more even. More actually. Okay, so they're at 7. This gives me 1 damage, but I have to go for it. So they can make these a 2-3. Okay, another good one. I'm really like living on the edge, am I not? This is the make it or break it turn. Okay, I will tap that. What a game! Let's go! What a game! Opponent goes first. This is keepable. I wish I was on the play, but it's pretty good. Let's see if they decide to keep or not. Ooh, okay, so they're mulligan that. Mulligan to 6. I think the only card why I would keep this is Gopher Throat, or... I mean, I also have the Siren, so one of those I could start. I actually don't like that one bit. It's an easy counter here for me. Not counter, but trade. Now I play the Faerie then. I'll attack and I'll keep the either Tidebinder or Interference. To counter that. Because I'm sure at this point they have like rooms or something. Yeah, that's a good one. Ooh, that's so great though. Definitely worth it for me to get my Mastermind back. They are limited on the amount of lands that they have. They only have 1 white source. So if I can get these Enduring Curiosity starting to get me extra cards, then things look up for me. Okay, they did find another land, and a good one. I need this Enduring Curiosity to connect, like my creatures to connect, to start drawing cards, because otherwise I will lose the advantage. This deck is actually pretty cool. I think it's underrated. Sure, that's a good keep for me. So they do have card draw now, which is kinda scary, but at the same time we also have a lot of card draw. So, and we have more creatures right now on the board. And also when they draw cards, I also draw cards, so yeah. There's that. Unfortunately for me, they did play some interesting things. I want to try to get as many cards as possible. They might double block the curiosity. At least one of my flyers will pass through. That's fine. I could have countered the trigger, maybe I should have. Ooh, we got a lot of good cards as well. I think, like, I don't even mind this, because for every card that they draw, I will start drawing two, with 2 Masterminds, so... Sure. You draw 1. I draw 2. What else? I can counter this ability. Okay, so we cut down this. They have to block. Probably with the amount of cards that I draw, this will be GG. This way I'm drawing 4 cards. Okay, this way I'm drawing 3 cards. One, 2, 3. For a second there I got worried.
Just in time to save the day. Never.
I don't need to draw more cards. I'll let Kaito like this. Could have tapped it and put 2 stun counters on it, but I have the Go for Throat. They have 1, 2. Okay, that's fine. Let's draw 2 cards. Well, at least we got all of our lands in the deck, I guess. Let's not let that happen. GG. GG. And I had like 6 lands in my hand. Crazy. Okay, so I go first and I keep this. It's pretty good. The many is a bit awkward, but... why? What? Let's see what they're playing. Okay. So this is probably Roots. Or not, I don't know anymore. It's not a bad land to get. The Kaito is also really promising. Yeah, so this looks like a Roots deck, more or less. Who knows though? I have to cut these down so I can Kaito.
be jealous of my
So let's surveil and draw a card.
party has arrived.
Sure.
Your secrets didn't stay hidden for long.
Not going to say no to double removal. Okay, now I have to keep my counter magic, I guess. To surveil.
You beat 6 different ways.
This costs only 2 mana. So I think they want to use the Maverick maybe, or okay. Tap that. Okay, let's try to get some removal.
My eyes are as sharp as my sword.
Okay, I already have removal. I meant counter, but I think this is fine. Yeah, Roots is rough though. Okay, so they are setting up. Good for me, I guess. So I use Go for Throat, I play Curiosity. I don't know if this is not enough. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, potentially 9. No, not yet. No. Good to know that I got all my lands, I guess.
I've got you beat 6 different ways.
That's pretty good. So they have 1 card left. Even though they can get the Roots to go, I think it's a bit too late. So I do this. I do this. They can gain life, which is fine. Attack with everything. Let's go! This deck is so good. So good. Okay, so I go first and I keep it. Mainly because we have cut down and I love that. Okay, our opponents decided to move. We don't have a lot of ways to start getting that card advantage, like Kaito would be great. Let's go with the land with this one. Okay, so they're playing the same deck as me. Copycats. Oh, never mind. They're playing the worst deck. Right away we get Kaito going. Lovely.
Let's give it our all, Pop. Slim chances just make victory that much sweeter.
Your secrets didn't stay
I like
hidden.
Kaito, but I don't want another one. Oh, now we're talking. Now we are talking. The card draw is just going to be insane. That's just what I'm saying. Oh my god. May cast an instant or sorcery. Okay. Yeah, they can return it. Oh no, they go for the augury. Didn't I see another one? Was it a bug? Maybe. They are free to proliferate my Kaito, to be honest. I wouldn't object, that's all I'm saying. I think honestly, I'm going to start making Kaito just bigger.
I just hate a fair fight.
They still have to pay for it. This Kaito is just... it's so good, it's my... I think it might be my new favorite card. This is insane. So you're telling me that next turn I can deal... I don't know, so much damage. Ooh, I try. I love that.
I thrive in the dark.
Oh no, I have to discard something. What am I going to do? If they don't deal with Kaito, they're basically dead. So they have to try to... Do I even care about that? Not really. GG. GG. Kaito, MVP. Okay, I go first and I keep it. It's pretty good. Next turn we can play the Faerie Mastermind or the Floodpits. Why didn't you arrive on my turn 1? I'll tap it with a stun counter. I could have done Kaito, but then they can attack it back. I don't love that. So let's play the Siren and keep Go for Throat up or the Flood Pit. Another one. Let's go for Throat there.
Be jealous of my talent.
Okay, so I think I'll surveil too. Try to get a land.
I've got you beat 6 different ways.
Okay, it's a land. Unfortunately, it's tapped, but that's fine. Now, do they try to go for Kaito or do they go for me? That's the question. Third one. Yeah, that's rough. They probably attack Kaito. They have something with that red, but I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a creature. So I definitely want to attack there. I want to tap the Optimistic Scavenger. Hopefully they don't have the X-Proof card. Okay, 2 cards left. I think one it's a 1 red mana spell. And hopefully the other one is not the X-Proofer. Okay, that's good. Okay, so that was maybe the red spell that I saw, but... I want to play the Faerie Mastermind. Even though they are not drawing yet. Ooh, Cut Down is lovely. Kinda wanna see how they block here. This says... yeah, this doesn't draw when that thing goes away, which is nice. They're at 11, so slowly but surely... I'm at 20. I'm the one that should be aggressive here. I think this is fair. I'll play the other Faerie Mastermind. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. Curious to see where they put the counter. They should put on itself. Yeah, that's a good one. Find a way to kill that. Hopefully that's a land though. Need to find a way to deal with this. Maybe an Anointed with Affliction. Or a Go for Throat. Or Sheoldred's Edict doesn't really do it. Ertai does it, but it costs a bit. Okay, let's play this Faerie. I don't think Cut Down is it. I mean, it's not that bad. I'm going to give them a card, which I don't know if I should be happy about. Probably not. But that way I draw 2 cards. Okay, and I got good cards, which is nice. Okay, so that's tapped. That's good. They do have quite a bit of cards because I gave them. Hopefully some of them are lands. So I can deal 6, plus I have the Restless Reef, that's 4 more. So I'm close, but I'm not quite there yet. Need to draw something good. Okay, that's a good one. I want to keep mana for Restless Reef plus the Go for Throat. Or even to use the Mastermind ability and Go for Throat. That's why I'm not using the map here. Although I think I could do both, but just in case I draw Cut Down or something. I don't know, maybe. Or if I want to use the Drowner. I don't know. Maybe I should have used the map. I don't see actually a reason to not use it. I think it was a mistake. Just kind of keeping my options up. That's a good one. Ooh, that's another good one. So I can try to win with Kaito now. This is exactly 7.
Out of the shadows and into the fray.
Let's go! Kaito is so good, GG. This deck was amazing. I think I got over 80% win rate with it and I'm really enjoying it. So if you do enjoy these kind of decks, this might be for you. This is very strong right now in the meta. And yeah, I definitely not looking forward to play even against more of these decks in the meta, but anything that is not mono red, I will take. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!